Thank you, Madam Chair, and Ranking Member. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for your remarks, and thank you for being here today. First off, I would like to thank the men and women in your agency who do their best to maintain law and order when this administration has not made that an easy task. You all have an incredibly difficult and complex duty to this country, and I hope you are aware of the support that you have. This invasion of foreign nationals at our southern border should be the top priority of this administration and Congress. As the acting director for ICE, I look forward to hearing how we can help you clean up this disaster. The historic crisis at our southern border is set to worsen greatly due to the announced rescission of Title 42, which will bring a tidal wave of illegal immigrants across our southern border and overwhelm an already overworked and understaffed agents of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The well-resourced cartels, gang members, human traffickers, and drug smugglers will exploit this crisis to further endanger American citizens. Last year, you testified that the U.S. was seeing a record low number of deportations. You stated that a contributing factor was being able to expel individuals that have not made it into the detention network and in a position to be removed via Title 42. With the recent announcement of Title 42's rescission, could you tell me how this is going to affect ICE's ability to remove individuals? And do you believe the number of deportations will begin to increase once this goes into effect?
So really good questions. I do think that the number of ICE deportations will increase once Title 42 goes away, because we are expending a good number of ICE resources currently on the expulsion of individuals via this Title 42 authority. Since Title 42 has been in effect, we have removed about 85,000 individuals with ICE air resources to countries under the T42 authority. So if and when T42 goes away, that'll free up some of those airframes and resources for us to increase our typical standard Title 8 removals / deportations.
Several weeks ago, Secretary Mayorkas sat in front of this committee and explained that he is preparing the agencies he is responsible for to be ready for this massive influx of immigrants. Hope is not a strategy, and I believe we need to have a clear plan in place to deal with the influx that is to come. Could you please explain to me and this committee, what will ICE be ready to do differently as of May 24th?
Very good question. It's something we've been planning for the better part of a year for the end of Title 42. We'll continue to deploy resources down to the southern border as we have for at least the last 12 or 16 months to assist with the orderly and humane processing of individuals, namely enrolling them on ATD, scheduling an appointment for them to show up in the interior to receive their charging documents, et cetera. We are continuing to beef up our transportation networks, whether it's ground transportation or airframes, in preparation for the end of Title 42. That work has been underway for quite a while, and it's going to be really important that we have the ground transportation and airframes to move folks to where the beds are or where the support structures are.
As the head of ICE, what amount of advice and conversation have you given to the Secretary Mayorkas and the White House concerning the tidal wave of immigrants that are coming our way? I mean, again, you said you've been preparing for this for over a year, and I'm assuming that is by building hospitality centers and medical centers and receiving centers, when you think we would have been sending up singles to where we wouldn't have this tidal wave of immigrants, but to kind of more, encourage people to stay at home, and but instead of taking this dangerous journey to the border. I'm always concerned. It's like, is the president even listening to his secretary, and is the secretary listening to the people under his command, such as yourself, Director?
So I can only speak to my conversations with the department and the secretary, and absolutely they are taking our input and all the input from the career professionals within the organization. Again, we're pushing the resources and trying to push the border south. We've, devoting a lot of resources in Mexico as well as the Northern Triangle, and really trying to stem the flow and target some of these transnational criminal organizations well before they make it to our southern border. So that work is underway. It'll continue. We continue to have discussions with Mexico and Guatemala about, them doing their part to stop the flow. But there are certainly a lot of efforts underway to sort of reduce the flow of migrants to our southern border.
Thank you, Director. Madam Chair, I yield back.